Creating a query in Design View. You can create a new query using Design View. A query is a way to quickly pull out information from an Access table and even a saved Access query. You can reuse queries and you can print queries. Let's open up the database. We're going to use our recent one here, Country Greenhouse. We have 3 tables. We're going to focus on the plants table for this query. A query is an object. There are 4 objects in Access. Tables, queries, reports, and forms. They're found under the Create tab. Tables, queries, forms, reports. And for this first one, we're going to use the Query Wizard. There are many, many different kinds of queries. We're only going to focus on 2. For this first one, we're going to use the Simple Query Wizard. I'm going to click on that and say OK. Your first decision is where do you want to get your information from. So in this case, I want my plants table. These are the available fields. I can use one or all in any order. And I'm going to use these navigation buttons to send them over to selected fields. In this case, I'm just going to use all of the fields. So I'm going to send them all over in the same order. And I'm going to go next. The summary is showing up here because one of those fields has either a number or a currency or a calculated data type. And if I were going to use that, I could show summary information. But I'm not going to use one of those fields, so I'm just going to leave that default and go next. And then we're going to give it a title. In this case, I'm using blue colored plants. I like to keep the word query in the title. You don't have to because Access will sort them by objects. It's a personal preference and you can make that decision. And I'm going to click on Finish. And what Access does now, it opens up the plants table, showing me 29 records. I'm going to come on the Home tab, change my view to Design View. Here is my table with the fields. This bottom part is the important part. It's where I'm going to put my criteria. And here's the criteria row. And I'm going to click under primary color. A very common mistake is putting your criteria in the wrong field. In this case, I said I wanted blue. I'm just going to simply type blue, hit enter. Notice Access now puts quotation marks around blue. And I'm going to come up here in the results group and run my query. And I end up with 4 records with the primary color of blue. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to close that query. So now you can see over here in my objects area, I do have one query. And you can see it's kind of redundant to have the word query there. But again, that's a personal choice. So let's make another query under Create. This time we'll use the Query Design. It's going to come up and show me the tables. It also shows me I have a query, so I can use that if I want. And it will put them all together. So in this case, I still want to use the plants table. I'm going to click on Add. And that's all I want. I can actually put 2 or all 3 tables up there if I want. But I'm going to close. I'm going to extend this so I can see everything. And again, I'm going to move this up. Notice now there's nothing here. So in this case, I get to choose the fields. So there are 3 ways to bring your fields from your table down to your criteria grid. I can double click real fast, and that brings it down. I can come to the next one. I can drag and drop. Or I can come beside it and I can drop down and choose the field that I want. So I'm just going to put all the fields there. And now I'm going to put my criteria in. In this case, I want white plants, enter. But now I also want to know, I want white plants only that were planted greater than or equal to 1/1/2019. Enter. Notice Access puts the number sign around the date. If you put a date in your criteria and you do not see the number signs, then just delete it and type your criteria again. So in this case, my results should be only white color plants that were planted greater than or equal to January 1, 2019. And I'm going to run my query. In this case, I have just one record. I'm going to save that. And I need to give it a query name. And I'm going to call it the white date planted. And click on OK. And that shows up here. And I can close that. And that's all there is to doing queries. Again, there are many, many kinds. The key to a successful query is entering your criteria correctly.